buy or sell the ARK Innovation ETF. First off, read this disclaimer carefully and do your good deed of the day by liking and subscribing. So let's go here to technology. In the sectors, now we can see that on average they are underperforming here the S&P 500, minus 22% from the 52-week highs. They are in a bear market. So things have been very rough. So here is ARKK, a minus 7% sell-off. The last trading day here, and that is substantial. It is at 52-week lows, minus 46% from the 52-week highs. This is deep into bear market territory. Okay, so let's just jump into the charts here. So this is all the data we have from ARKK, weekly data points. And yeah, it's still up 314%, but as we have seen, the sell-off has been very, very, very substantial. We have eviscerated all kinds of moving averages. The red 200-week moving average here, it is a potential hope, but that is still quite a ways down, minus 12-ish% from the current level. But that is certainly a moving average to watch if the bulls do not come back here to help before that. We don't have any clear support levels here. Going to the daily data points, you could make a potential case, okay, not a strong case, but a tepid case that we could have some kind of double bottom-ish pattern here. This also is horizontal support level, though not a strong horizontal support level, but at least it's something. What I find more interesting about this ETF at the moment, that's these other indicators. So MACD is at an extremely low level, a record low. Looking at the RSI, so the current RSI level right here at this moment is very similar to what we had back here that formed this key low. That was a very good time to buy ARK Innovation ETF. Another time where we had a very depressed RSI level is this level. Here we did get a bounce. The only time where RSI was even lower is back here. So there is the potentiality of RSI smashing below the current level and setting new records. We have set a record this pair on the MACD, so that is a risk. But from a more contrarian perspective, the current RSI level could attract bulls. The distance from the purple 20-week moving average, the 50-week, and the blue 100-week moving average, it's currently at levels that have resulted in rallies in the past. Looking at the daily data points, we get a similar message. Looking at the PPOs and also RSI, we are at a very low level that has attracted bulls multiple times in the past. Looking at accumulation distribution, it is actually holding up relatively well. So there is some bullish divergence here between price action and volume. Not roaringly bullish, but at least it is a bit tepidly bullish. Looking at seasonality, over the last 5 years, January is one of the stronger months. Looking at the last 9 years, then January and February are strong. Some of the stronger months, and that is definitively more bullish. It means that the investors that look at seasonality are far more likely to buy ARK Innovation in the current months than they would be in December, which is historically the weakest month. Looking at Finviz, we don't have any clear trend lines helping us at the moment. Looking at performance, over the last year, minus 40%. That is very substantial sell-off. The thing is that this ETF, it is optionable, so there are option strategies that could be used, to hedge. Okay, looking here at a comparison between ARKK and the S&P 500, ARK certainly has a higher beta. Looking at the yield, it's 1.74%, so it is interesting to see that the yield is actually higher than what you get here with the S&P 500. Looking at the holdings, Tesla is still the biggest position for ARKK, but Tesla is, however, the fourth biggest position here for the S&P 500. You got Zoom, Roku, Teladoc, Coinbase, Spotify, a bunch of a bunch of megatrend stocks, frankly. Looking here at the sector breakdown, tech services, health technology, very big. Market cap breakdown, we do have a bit more of a, we do have some mix here, but the large caps, they do dominate significantly here in ARKK. Then we go here to correlations. 84% positive with the S&P 500 long term, 88% with the technology ETF XLK, and 90% with Tesla. Minus 87% with the dollar index. Daily data points, which represent shorter term correlations, minus 49% with SPY, minus 55% XLK, and minus 49% with Tesla, and minus 68% with the dollar index. So to sum up my take here for ARKK. So we have certainly seen a very, very substantial sell-off in this ETF, and also, of course, in the underlying stocks. Many of these stocks are the archetypes of the megatrend stocks, and the megatrends have certainly seen some very substantial sell-offs overall. The thing is that many of these stocks are currently at low levels, so it is where it makes sense to be on the lookout for bullish opportunities. I think that given the data we have presented in this video, especially with the seasonality and also the very historically low RSI levels that have resulted in rallies in the past, I think that we could lean speculatively bullish here. So bullish on the ARKK, but it is speculative for sure.